Have you guys ever wanted to install your own subway tile backsplash? Well, today we're going to show you how easy it really is. Welcome to our channel. Not only are we going to show you how we turned our house into our small family farm, but we're going to show you how and why things work around the house. If you guys haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and clicking on that bell icon to be notified when all of our videos do come out each and every week. Since moving in, we've had our normal backsplash in our kitchen, but we really love the subway tile look for a backsplash, so we wanted to install it. We looked at the different options and prices, and we found out it's actually very affordable to do it yourself. The tiles themselves were only about 40 bucks for our entire kitchen, plus all of the supplies and tools and everything needed. It was about 200 bucks max for the entire kitchen, and it's something very easy that I believe everyone can do. So for the steps to get this backsplash installed, first we're going to prep the wall. This is going to be moving anything out from the wall that we need to, like this oven, taking off any electrical outlets and pulling them off the wall. Then we're going to apply the thin set or the mortar to the wall to get the tiles to stick. We're going to apply the tiles, we'll let them dry for a day, and then we'll come back and grout the tiles, and then it's done. So let's get started by prepping this area. I'm going to remove these two electrical outlets and pull the stove out. When pulling off electrical outlets, it's important not only just to remove the cover, but you want to pull the outlet up off the wall so you can lay the tile behind it, and when you're ready to put the outlet back on, you can cinch it down on top of the tile. Okay, so now that you can see our workspace here, we're going to go completely across and up to the microwave and on the sides. We are going to go level with the top of this counter space, so I'm going to take a level here that I have. It's got a laser on it, and I'm going to mark where I want the bottom of the tile to be with this laser. So now that we're about ready to get started, what I'm going to do for this tile design, and it's going to be a staggered design, so it's not one directly on top, but we're going to start with a half a tile and a tile on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a bunch of tiles in half just to have them ready. If you guys haven't checked out my last video about cutting tile, you should go check it out, but I explained that I used this tile cutter that I got from a hardware store for about 23 bucks, and it's awesome. It works perfect for what I need. Okay, so now that our tiles are cut, let's talk about how we're going to start laying them here on this example, and this is going to be that corner of that wall. To start, we have these little spacers. These guys look like little plus signs, and they're an 1/8 of an inch spacer. We're going to put these in between each and every tile, so that way we have plenty of room to grout. As far as arrangement of tiles, what we're going to do is start with one full brick in the corner, like so. And then we're going to take our half bricks that we just cut and put them on top with spacers, and then we're going to go on from there. To apply those tiles though, we're going to need to get some mortar or tile adhesive up on the wall. To do that, we're going to use our tile adhesive. It's a MyPay Type 1 tile adhesive. It works really good. As well as a spreader. This is awesome because what this will do is allow you to get a bunch of the tile adhesive on here, spread it on, make sure it's nice and even, and then you take it actually at a 90-degree angle to the wood and scrape. That'll create little ridges for the tile adhesive so you can push on the tile. So I'll go ahead and get a bunch of the tile adhesive onto our paddle here. We'll go ahead and scrape it on as best as we can. So you kind of want to move it around a little bit. So you do want to make sure you get it up all the way to the lines, in this case the countertop over here and the other wall over here. So what I'll do is I'll load some up on my spatula here. I'll go and take it to the very bottom, narrow out the angle, and then push up. Then make sure to get it all the way down there. Just like that. And same thing in the corners. Okay. So after we got a nice little layer on there, like I said, we'll take this at a 90-degree angle and run it across. Now that's ready for our tile. The other step that we're going to do is, on the back of the tile you see there's a grid pattern. We're going to do what's called buttering the tile. So all that is putting a little bit of adhesive onto the back of the tile. That makes sure it sticks to the wall and will stay there as best as possible. So a very similar process. What we're going to do is get a bunch on the back, and then we're going to scrape it at a 90-degree angle to make sure that it's on there nice and even, and then we're going to take the excess off. Once that's on there nice and good, we're gonna align it up with the wall. Make sure it's in the right spot and push it on. Doesn't take a whole lot of force, just a little bit, and it'll stick up there. We've got our next tile, in this case the half a tile. We're gonna butter it, scrape off the excess. So in this case, you have the clean side as well as the cut side of that tile. We're gonna make sure to put that cut side up against the wall. So how I lay tiles up is I will actually put them down up against the tile below them, lean them up, push them into place. What I'm gonna do is get my spacers here. I'm gonna slide this up slightly until the spacer can go in there. And then push it down just a tiny bit to make sure it's nice and on there tight. That'll make sure that space is good for the grout when it comes time for that. I will go ahead and get the first couple tiles started on the wall, and then we'll show you how we get the rest done. Now we're at a point where we're going to need to cut a piece of tile around this electrical outlet. So if you're going to be near this, one thing I didn't mention earlier, make sure the electricity is off, because really you may inadvertently touch one of these outlets and you don't want to get shocked. So let's take a look at this box. We got the electrical box, and then we have the screws, and that is where the actual outlet will screw into the box. And then we have the outlet with the screw in the center, and that's where the plate will go on. So we can go all the way up to this hole and all the way up to right inside the box with the tile. But we don't want to cover the hole because we still need the screw to go through it to attach that outlet to the wall. So what we're going to do, we are going to hold the tile up. We're going to measure it where the box starts and put a little mark with our pencil onto the tile that we're going to cut. And then we'll do it for the other side too. Now you can see that tile and those marks on the edge of that tile, and that's what we need to cut off to fit it in there. What we're going to use is this angle grinder with a diamond tile saw blade on it to cut that section out. If you check out my video on cutting tile, you'll see why I use this. We'll just kind of hold it up, make sure I didn't make any huge mistakes with it. Now we'll butter it and get it up. So that's the basic process for this wall. So we'll go ahead and continue and get this wall all set up, and we'll catch back up with you when we're done. Alright, so that wasn't too bad. Took about 2 hours to complete that entire wall. I probably should have bought more spacers because I did run out and have to reuse them. So that has to sit for about 24 hours to get nice and dry before we grout it. But I'm going to go over to another wall that I did yesterday and show you how we grout it. So we're going to need a few things to get this grouted. We're going to need grout, obviously. This is the MyPay Ultra Color Plus grout in charcoal gray. We're going to need some masking tape to mask around what we're going to be grouting. We're going to need a sponge. We're going to need a grouting trowel. This is just rubber, soft material on the bottom so you don't scratch your tile when you're pushing the grout in. And then I like to have a little small trowel to help mix everything up. And then a bucket for mixing it. So what we're going to do to get started, I'm going to tape everything up over here, and then we're going to start mixing together our grout. We're going to pour a little bit of the grout powder into the bucket and just add small bits of water at a time to get everything going and stirred up. We want the consistency of peanut butter because we want it to stick up on the wall when we push it up there. Alright, I'm going to go to my sink to get this mixed up, and I'll be right back. So a couple of things you can do if you get it too wet or too dry. If it's too dry, you can always add some water. If it's too wet, like I started off with right now, you can always add some more grout mix to it, and that'll thicken it up. Okay, so this is perfect. You can see how thick that is. Like I said, it kind of looks like peanut butter a little bit. So this is done in a couple steps. I'm going to load up a little bit of that grout at a time onto this trowel, and then I'm going to push it up on the walls. What this is going to do is push that grout into the seams. So you want to make sure to go up and down as well as side to side with it to make sure you get it in all of the seams, the horizontal and the vertical seams. And just take it a small section at a time. That's how you want it to look to start off with. Don't worry, you'll clean up that mess. So we want our sponge to be wet but not dripping wet. So we want it to be like slightly damp, and this is going to kind of clean up the edges of the grout up against the tile. It'll look messy at first, but I promise, it'll look good. So like I alluded to before, this isn't going to clean the grout off of the tile, but really it's going to smooth those grout lines in between the tiles. So now I'm going to take some paper towels and wipe it over to get off of as much of that extra material as I can get off. So it's looking a lot better, but as you can tell, there are still some spots on there, and that's usually from stuff that was left on the tile during the manufacturing process. So you can do one of a couple things. What I will do is I'll start with a sponge again, and I'll go over it once more and kind of scrub it a little bit, but you may have to take like a soft-sided or a plastic knife to it to kind of peel it off. What I found that also works is using that same spatula or trowel or whatever you want to call it. If you are very careful with this metal one, you can knock it off pretty easily, but if you're not careful, you can scratch the tile. So it looks pretty good. I am going to take my paper towel over it once more time to try and wipe it up. And then what I'm going to do is let it sit for just a few minutes to let it just harden up a little bit. I'm going to take the tape off and then clean everything up with some cleaner and paper towels. So now that it's been drying for a few minutes, I'm going to use that same cleaner you've seen me use before. It's that Amazon Basics cleaner. The link is in the description. I'm going to clean up the edges and along the top of the countertop and just get it nice and looking good. So we're getting close to being done with this. We've prepped the area, we've laid the tile, we've grouted the tile. So now we're going to go on our other wall and look at outlets and see what we need to do to put those back on. So for outlets, we can do a couple of things. In this case, for this outlet right here, it's going to sit right above the tiles. So in this case, we don't need any spacers or anything. This outlet can go right on top. But if we did, they do sell these things that you fold on top of each other, and they will hook around the screw to give a little bit of space if you need it. So we'll go ahead and tighten this one down. Take our plate. Perfect. That's exactly how you want it. So we're going to go ahead and get these other few done down the row, and then this wall will be done. Well, that's it, guys. Pretty simple. I really believe anyone can do it. If you have any questions, put them below. Comments, things I could have done better, differently. Make sure to comment below on those. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure to do that and hit that bell icon to be notified of all of our videos when they do come out each and every week. Thanks a lot, guys, and y'all have a good one.